We've got a gnarly crack from like here to here. Trying to weld it through, not the welder, the bloody grinder. We have made a bloody rim again. Paint stripper worked pretty good. There's still a little bit left on the inside of the barrel. Right, now we've done it. So, we're back. We're doing another kind of AU one. I say kind of because we're repairing this rim. A good old rotor. Because if you can see on the camera, we've got a gnarly crack from like here to here, and it's not good. These were my fronts on the FG. Obviously I broke the rim. I ended up getting new fronts, and I got bronze. They're a bit dirty right now. They're very dirty, so you can't really see how pretty they are, but I got bronze. Still need to paint match the rears, but that's right. So I got the two fronts off that. One, oh shit, and two. I am going to put these on the AU, hence why it's kind of an AU video, because I like the rotors, I like the look of them, I want to put them on this, I don't like these. And then I kind of have matching Falcons, even though it's going to be a different colour. Once I get the paint for those rears, I'm going to be painting these bronze, because the bronze with the teal will also look good. So, yeah, we're fixing the rim. I wasn't actually, oh, it's gone dark. I wasn't actually going to record this, because like, it's just fixing a rim. I thought I may as well show the process. I've done it a couple times before. If you saw my last video, the valve cover, the TIG welding was a monstrosity. This one I've done before, so it shouldn't be too bad. So, yeah, wasn't going to record it, but I need content. I've run out for this week. I'm trying to post weekly, so I thought, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to post it. And the next video should be turbo kit. I keep saying that, but this time, it really should be. So, yeah, this should not be as butchered as the welding on the valve cover. Apparently, I just can't do cast alloy. I couldn't clean it enough, and I gave up, and I got pissed off of it. Such is life. Still worked out. It looks good enough, and we're good. But for this one, I have done before. I fixed the rims that were on my Hilux, which actually are currently the ones on the back of this. I don't even know what these are, but this was cracked and it's repaired, and it's been good for a couple of years now. So, first steps first. We come back to this rim and we get a good old grinder, and you just cut all the way to the end to make kind of a groove that you can fill with weld. So let's start doing this. Trying to weld it through, not the welder, the bloody grinder. Make a groove the size of the crack so that you can feel it a little bit better. You can make it wider, and then you can Dremel it to give it like ridges, which I'll probably do if I can find a Dremel, something that works. But really, you just want to cut the whole crack, which kind of also cuts the crack out. You want to go the whole distance, if not a little further. And yeah, so I'm going to see if I have a Dremel and then make sort of like a divot through it. And then it's clean the shit out of it, which you can kind of just do with the grinder. Grind it all back, wire wheel it, all that goodness. Right, so all dremeled to make a divot through it just so it can sort of feel a little nicer. Obviously wire brushed as you saw with the drill, both sides, because weld both sides to make sure. Now, give this a good clean with acetone, which I got somewhere, but that's right. And after that, with a blowtorch, people say you can put it in an oven as well. I don't have an oven big enough for this. I wish I did, because then I'd start powder coating rims. I do want to bloody get one to do it. But give it a good clean, a good blowtorch to sort of preheat it and everything. And then we'll get to the TIG welding, and hopefully we can make this work. It doesn't need to be pretty, because after you weld it, well, you got to grind all this back, follow the curves and everything so it can still seal. The insides are not as important. I mean, well, the outside, the bit where the rim doesn't mount, but yeah. So I'm going to give this clean, give this a blowtorch, set up the welder, and then hopefully I can record some TIG welding and actually do something with it. This is also probably going to be a shorter video, just kind of briefly explaining how to do this. And like I was saying, get some content out so I don't miss the weekly, because we're going to go places. I'm trying. You got to like, comment and subscribe. I've got more exciting stuff in the next couple months. The FJ XR6 Turbo that I showed you before, I'm going to aim for 600-700 horsepower build, so that's going to be exciting. The AU, the next video should be starting to make the turbo kit, so making custom turbo manifold, fun stuff. So now we'll be going to the track constantly soon. FJ will be pushing power, and we're probably going to start on the Drift Hilux build, which is going to be full tube front end and some fun stuff. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully we can do some magic with some fun stuff. This is where we're at now.
Contingency, King Charles FNYK. All my life I've been with intellect, but the flow is like incest with degenerates. Fucking stupid if I ain't of interest as I interject. I moonwalk in my boots footsteps when I'm on set. Smooth predator boarding the mothership for conquest, cause I'm next. I'm sorry if I'm too witty, ain't a screw loose, so try to fix something to do with me as I cruise the beat with fluency of what's true to be. And truthfully, I miss the way that it used to be. You say you gifted, had to prove it, beat. Set a date, step up to the plate and seize opportunity. Let the viewers of the music see.
So, we're welded. If you saw, well, if you're up to this stage of the video, you saw it. But if you paid attention, the very first clip of that welding, it still went sputtery and weird, like it did on the valve cover. Then I was like, something's wrong. I looked at my setting. My AC balance is flipped on this welder. So normally you set it to like 70. This one it's 30. It's different on every welder apparently. But that's right. So, well, that means my valve cover I may have been able to do it. That's right. This side, done a little bit clubby in some spots. This side, that's more what a TIG weld's meant to look like. Well, I can't show you, but yeah, it's like got the dabs that are doing what it's meant to do. I don't know why I can't focus. But anyway, it looks like a TIG weld, basically. So now, that's all welded. It should go, I've gone all the way through. Get the cheeky grinder, grind it back. Like I was saying, this side's not as important because it's on, well, it doesn't matter. This side, this all has to be grounded nice, not perfect, but nice. This corner, where the bead of the tire goes, has to be perfect. So you need to follow that curve, and then, yeah, basically just grind it back till it follows the actual rim.
The flyest native, you know.
Capo, capo, capo.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. Better see with the negativity, but I just slide right
We have
back
made
that energy.
a bloody rim again. Followed all the contours, because why not? Both sides, all the way around. The top, the curvature follows pretty good. I should be repaired. I say this, fingers crossed. So essentially I can get a tyre mounted to this now and then hope it actually holds there and is good. The thing is, sorry, I was just looking. The thing is, I'm not going to be hitting potholes really. I'm not going to be hitting anything because it's going to be on like skid pads and drift tracks and everything. So ultimately, I think it's going to be good. But I'm not going to go get a tyre mounted yet because I'm going to now paint them. I'm going to do the bronze like I was saying. That's the same on the FG because it's also going to be a good test that pretty sure they're powder coated. That if I can paint match the powder coating, how close I can get it. So if these are slightly different, it doesn't matter. If the rears are slightly different, you may or may not notice it, but these are going to be sort of a test for it to see how close I can get. But these now can get right sanded back, painted, tyre fitted to this one, mounted, and then eventually we're going to do some fancy custom stuff to the front end, which you'll see later. So do you want to do this? Well, I thought about it a little bit. I kind of actually want to polish them. I was going to paint them because I didn't feel bothered to strip the paint, sand multiple grits, polish it. But I think I'm going to do it because with the teal, it'll look good. So I'm going to score it up with some rough sandpaper and use a paint stripper. So it is powder coat and you're meant to use paint stripper with methylene chloride. But I noticed this one's methylene chloride free. But we're going to give it a go. So I'm going to sand it with like a rough grit and then try paint stripper and see what happens. Paint stripper worked pretty good. There's still a little bit left on the inside of the barrel. But all in all, other than when I scraped it with a chisel, I decided just to pressure wash it. And if my pressure washer was actually stronger and better, I reckon I would have got it all off. But it's actually not bad. It's nice and shiny. But I'm definitely gonna have to sand it back because of this. The last little bits, I'm gonna try and get with sandpaper. The inner barrel is a bit here and there. I may try scrape it off, see what happens, maybe just wire brush it. But all in all, we are getting it polished. Right, out there. I decided to cover it with more thinners, not thinners, paint stripper, and then pressure wash the rest off. So that's all right. But while we wait for that, I'm gonna get this one, not strip it yet because I've got to get the tyre off. But I want to test fit it on this with a fender to see how wide we are, because the plan, I've been saying the whole time that I'm going to do a fair lane front end and make it look like Chase, but I think I'm going to change it. I'm going to do a Fairmont hood, Fairmont grill, so it makes this look better. It's going to stay in AU. I'm going to slam it because I saw a photo of one and it looked pretty good. And then do a custom sort of wide body with wide fenders. For this, I want to see with the fender on how far this sits out, and then I've got like 50 mil or 20 mil spaces on that Hilux chassis down there. I can push it out, do a custom wide body, make it all look fancy. But I just want to see how much, where it sits at the moment. Okay, I just fucking died there apparently. Wheels on. I can already tell that the offset's definitely wider than those ones because I'm sitting past everything, which is good. Yeah, fender. I gotta get the fender on. I also want to make camber plates, which these ones, I'm pretty sure you just make some of these with different bolt hole type of things. Sorry, them, where the uppers mount with different bolt holes, so that you can get different camber. Which, or I could just reuse these, I don't know. But if I remake all of the upper and lowers, then I can sort of get my own suspension and everything. And again, I'm doing this because I know a burnout car does not need this, but eventually this will be a drift car. And saying that, I want all the suspension in the front, all the angle and everything. So it's going to be a weird burnout car for a bit until I go full drift car. Right, so we got this good old bloody fender back on that came with it. It's definitely an interesting one, but this is just sitting there. It's not bolted, so we're just relatively where we need to be. Turns out I did weld up the front hole. All the other ones are good, but that's alright. I can figure that out later. So the fitment is we're kind of perfect. We're obviously not low enough. I've got to slam the front even more, which is either coilovers, chop more springs, lower springs, don't know. Doesn't matter. But the fitment's good, so I obviously need to push it out more because I want to go wider, which is alright because I'm just going to put spacers on. And that's annoying because it's good fitment. And the wider we go, then we can camber it in, make it wide body. All goods. So, alright. So we got pretty much all the paint off. A little bit in like corners, but sandpaper should get that. Other than on the back, because you'll never see that. And now, I've got a bunch of different sandpapers. Where do I start? I got 4, 6, 12. Bloody more here, bunch of them. So basically, we're just gonna wet sand and just work up from 4 and then all the way up to make this thing bloody fine. And then we start polishing. So, yeah, I'm just gonna have some fun. This is why I want to paint these and not do this, because this has been a bloody nightmare of a task. But we're getting there. Alright. So I ended up dropping back to 120. I still gotta go over stuff and make it nicer. But that's like 120 and then a light 400. I still got a 400 it. I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't know if you're fully gonna be able to notice, but it kind of looks good. If I go fully polished, kind of like this vacuum cleaner, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. This like kind of silvery, alloy, half shiny-ish is looking good. That with like a teal, fucking, not really like this because it doesn't really show because it's gonna be darker and different. But that with that may look pretty good. So I'm gonna sit on it for like the night and think if I'm gonna go to like the nice 400, maybe try polish 400 and see what happens. Cause I don't know if I want to go all the way shiny now. Cause I'm looking at that, it looks good. Jesus Lord Almighty. So I essentially went up to $3,000. I say essentially because I semi gave up. I started getting slack. It's kind of a job. Fuck this, and I still got one more to do, which I'm gonna do on my own time, because yeah, this is no rush. And I don't feel bothered for a bit. But I don't know if you'll fully be able to tell because of lighting and all that bloody bullshit. But I'm trying to get my torch. It's pretty good. It looks pretty nice. So now we can polish it. And it's not going to be too shiny. Well, it depends on how much I polish and how deep I go, but all in all, it looks pretty nice. So now to polish. Right, now we've done it. I don't know, I can't really get the right lighting, the tree's in the way, but all in all, it's pretty. It's not polished. I did it all by hand. I didn't want to use a machine because I didn't want to go too shiny, as I was saying. But she looked good.
Hey, she already know I'm coming. Let's get it.
It's lit. Just take a look at the drip. You boys don't get flyer than this. Roll a dope, yeah, I'm high as a bitch. Wait, it's lit. Get that little bitch a little tip. Now she wanna suck on the dick. She wanna catch all of the drip. Pull up and I'm loading the clip. New bitch, yeah, stay on my hip. Niggas talking, they not with this shit. Catch a body, you might just get hit. But lately been all about drip. New designer.
Yeah, it's done. I can do the other one in my own time. Again, there's no real rush for this. Just kind of, I needed to do something, I needed to do a video, I needed to fill stuff, and I also wanted to fix the rim. I just got carried away of making it nice and shiny and polished. Which, again, I can't get the right lighting and everything to show you, but it is a good amount of polish for what I want. That with the tail will look very nice. So, now that's done, the next video, which I've been saying this a lot in all the AE Falcon stuff, is turbo kit. This time, I'm actually being serious. We're going to be start making the turbo manifold next video. Got all the piping, cheeky merge collector, the flange for the engine, and we're going to TIG weld it. So, I've said this before, not the best TIG welder, but we're learning and we're going to keep doing it. I've got to pick up the turbo tomorrow so I can test fit it and everything, but that'll be a fun one. We can finally get the turbo in and get it even closer to doing skids. Well, anyway, thank you for watching. This is the end of this one. If you're enjoying the content, the Falcon, and the stuff that I will have in the future, like, comment, subscribe, all that. It'll help me grow, help me do this stuff, and we'll be doing skids soon with some chromies, with some turbos.